already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give, I want it.
Hey guys, it's Misha E. Welcome to my channel. So I'm going to start a week of reading and crocheting, and at the start of this video you probably saw a clip of me working on this book sleeve that I just finished. I want to get a lot more book sleeves on my website, and I want to do some solid colors, so I did a black, but I just finished this blue that I started. I think I started it last night, but I finished it today. As far as reading, this book was in my last video too. It's called Laws of Depravity by Eric LaSalle. I literally took a break from this book because it got to like a really climactic part and then went somewhere that I didn't care about, so it pissed me off a little bit, so I know I needed to step away. And I started reading Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin on my tablet, and I'm about 10 to 12 pages into that. I think I'm going to read a little bit more of that and then come back to this. I am going to end the night reading this, but I definitely needed to just step away, because don't get me worked up and then send me somewhere else that I could literally not care about. Like, I mean, I care about it, but not as much as what you just made happen. So getting through that next chapter had me so like, but the camera just cut off in the middle of me talking. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm going to go back to this later on tonight. Right now I'm watching anime because I just know. And I'm going to read some more of Giovanni's Room, and then I'm going to come back to this and end the night with this. I thought I was going to finish this today, but now I'm thinking maybe not, because it really pissed me off. But yeah, and I'm about to start a book sleeve just like this, but in green. So yeah, the next clip you'll probably see me working on that, and or I'll check back in tomorrow, because I don't want this to be too long. But yeah, I'm about to make a book sleeve like this in green. Alright guys, so it is alright guys, so it is Tuesday. The clip before this, you just saw me writing in my reading journal, because I just finished crying for like 25 minutes after finishing Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. Thinking about it now, I'm about to cry again. I don't know, I get so attached to characters and I just hold on to them, and it's like it takes me a minute to get over it, and I feel like it's gonna take me like all day to get over this character. Like my heart aches. I just put that on Fable. But yeah, so I to get myself to stop crying, I focused on crochet. So I just finished this book sleeve. This is gonna be the first time I make a book sleeve where I don't add like a button, like one of these straight up and down book sleeves. I'm not adding a button to this one. I think it looks very good just like this. I think it's a great little book sleeve with the different color changes and the character. If you like it, you will be able, by the time you see this video, it will be up on my site, and my site details will be in the bio. And I am literally waiting on some yarn to start working on my spring collection. I'm waiting on some yellow plush yarn. It's coming by USPS. It should be here any minute, because this is about the time they run. It's about noon. So but I am still reading Laws of Depravity. I went back and read a little bit last night, but not much. I am trying to finish this today. Like, I do not want to take this book another day. I also already picked what I'm about to read next. The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human I am about to read that by Kimberly Lemon because her books always have me so tickled, and this is absolutely the kind of tickled I need to be after crying for 20 minutes. I mean, after crying for 25 minutes. So I'm going to go back to this and read as much as I can before I get pissed at it again, and then I'm going to start this. And then after I start this, I am absolutely 100% sure that I'm going to stay in Fantasyland for a while. So I think I'm going to read So Let It Burn by Camilla Cole, and then Deadly Ever After, which is a book I just got. But I think I want to stay like in the fantasy realm because Giovanni's Room just messed me up completely, and I don't want any real world stuff. Like, I cannot take it. I need dragons and fairy tale and happily ever afters, like, for real. So but like I said, I'm about to make some of the squares. For every book that I finish, I am trying to make squares, so at the end of the year I can make this beautiful blanket. It is going into what is it about to be? It is March, actually. It's the 3rd day of March. So after I work on the squares I'm about to work on, I will show you guys all my squares up to the beginning of March. Okay? So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I have finally stopped the crying. I'm calm, I'm cool, but I am trying this very intricate square for Giovanni's Room. I know I wanted to be black and white, and this square is kind of like this spiral square. It is so hard starting off. Like, there are so many ends and so many working yarns, but I really want to do this one for this story because at the end of the story you are left feeling so out of sorts, and I feel like that's what this square will represent. Like, even though you're hurting for one character, you're hurting for the other character, even though you feel like the other character has a real big fault in everything that happened, but at the same time you can't blame them because it's 1956 and it's just so much. So I feel like this square will greatly represent these characters, but this square is hard. I hope I'm able to do it. I'll be back if I'm able to do it. Also, really quick, my yellow yarn did come. So I will be, I don't know if today, because I'm very worked up over that book, and I'm really not in the mood. So it'll probably be tomorrow. But I need to make a strict plan for my spring collection and how I'm gonna roll it out anyway. So, but my yellow yarn did come. If I felt like it tonight, I could make a bee, but I am not thinking that I'm gonna be making a bee today. I think I want to make these squares. I want to relax, and because I think I made a black, a blue, and a green book sleeve lately, so I think those are good for new book sleeves getting added to the site. I made a hippo. I got new merch for the site. Yeah, I think I can just chill and make these squares and have a real chill night. So yeah, I'll be back to show you how this square comes out. So this is the square for Giovanni's Room. I feel like it's the perfect representation to me. If you have read it, you would get that. I feel like the black swirls can represent Giovanni, and the white swirls can represent, I said squirrels. The white swirls can represent David, and how intertwined and complex their story was. To me, this is the perfect square for them. Now I have to make a square for Too Many Interesting Things Are Happening to Ethan Fairmont and The Fires of Vengeance. The first square I made for The Rage of Dragons was huge. I want The Fires of Vengeance to be just as huge, but I might need it to be a little bigger because I want 3 dragons on this square, and there's a reason why I want 3 dragons on this square, and why 3 dragons on this square is important. If you've read The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter, you would know why that's important. So I'm gonna just start off making a really big regular granny square. Fortunately for this book cover, the main colors, I'll put a picture on the screen. The main colors are just red and cream for this cover. It's not as many colors as the other one. So I am going to do a bunch of ivory, because that's what I have, and then end it with a bunch of red, and then put the 3 dragons on there. So I'm gonna start that and I'll be back. Hey guys, so it's Wednesday. I think I showed you the things that I was working on yesterday as far as crochet. I finished that green one, and I worked on like some of the squares for my book blanket that I plan to finish. But I finished both books that I was reading yesterday, which was The Laws of Depravity, and I also finished Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I finished all of those. Started The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human on my tablet. I started When You Were Everything last night. So far it's reading so good. I'm in the prologue, but it's reading so good. So I started that, and then I plan on starting this tonight, Deadly Ever After by Brittany Johnson. I'm tired of having to pick between the books that I really want to read. So I'm just going to read them all, because as long as the stories are significantly different, I can keep up with all of them. The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human, it's about dragons. I love dragons. I still need dragons in my life. The bookmark that I'm using for this one is actually a dragon. So I want to keep dragons going all year if I can, with books by Black authors. That's going to be fun. And this book is about friendship. This book is a sapphic fairy tale. So I'm thinking that they are very different. I should be able to read all of these and not confuse anybody. Anyways, so yeah, as far as crocheting today, I hurt my finger. My finger is swollen and sore. I'm gonna say I hurt it in my sleep. It was not hurting before I went to sleep, but it was hurting when I woke up. So I don't know if I'll be able to crochet today. I had plans to finish the Kindle. I started a Kindle sleeve last night. I was supposed to crochet some beads today, some bees for my spring collection, and I was also supposed to crochet a granny stitch bucket hat for my spring collection as well. But so far my finger is not easing up. It's about 3 o'clock. I may crochet later tonight if my finger gets better. If I don't crochet later tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see how far I got on these 3 books. This is the only one that I haven't started. I'm in chapter 2 of this one and in the prologue of this one. So if I only read for today, I'll be back tomorrow. Let the children laughter. Your love is my love. My love, your love. I finished the bee. Isn't it adorable? It's so cute. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I don't know. I gotta get bigger yarn, I guess, to make it bigger, or maybe use a bigger hook. I might experiment with that. I don't know, but I love it. It is adorable. There is a tutorial to make one even smaller than this, so I'm gonna make that one really quick. And then boom, we have a couple of bees for my spring collection. But I think it's cute. It did not take long. It's adorable. I love it. So I am about to make the smaller one. I'll be back to show you that one. I am still reading The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human. I am only on page 60 because I haven't been focused, but after I make the small bee, I'm about to settle in and just read for the rest of the night, so I should get a lot further. I got stuck on this book. I was supposed to read the other 2 books that I was supposed to start today, but I did not. So I'm gonna stick with what I'm enjoying right now and start those other books when I feel like it.